So the beautiful of Claw is that it can actually having a lot of like model, as you can see in here. So let me click on this one. Let me try another model, and let me click on this one and having another one. Okay, hey, and you have to review my folder and then propose a better organized structure. Okay, he have some thinking, and he do some listing over here. Okay, so we can see the thinking that Claw is thinking, and he proposing this a new structure that we have. Okay. Okay, so he create a to-do, including 6 to-do lists, and then he going to start to work on it because he have the access to my computer, right? So actually he can create some directory development and design and document and so on. And then he will start to organizing my file like project code on GitHub or even like design file like logo, document and media. Yeah, and also he will do this one by one. So I let him cook, and I'm going to switch that into the folder later so that you can see what is inside. Okay. So let me play this video. Okay.
All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're unpacking a really fascinating manifesto. It argues that we're standing on the edge of a massive change in how we use AI, a change that goes way beyond just chatting with a bot. We're talking about something much, much more powerful. And it all kicks off with this really powerful idea. See, for the last couple of decades, a huge chunk of what we call knowledge work has been defined by this hidden job that all of us have been forced to do. We've all become human APIs. Just think about your own day. You open an invoice in a PDF, you copy the total, you jump over to your accounting software, and you paste it in. In that moment, you're the router. You're the biological glue in a massive, inefficient copy-paste economy, just connecting tools that should be talking to each other but can't. And that right there is the problem that needs to be solved. So you might be asking, why now? Why is this massive problem suddenly solvable? Well, it's because AI itself is going through a fundamental change in its very nature. It's what some technologists like Andrej Karpathy are calling the agentic shift. You know the chat paradigm, we're all used to it. You treat the AI like a kind of passive oracle. You ask a question, you get an answer. End of story. But this new agentic paradigm, it's completely different. It treats the AI like an active employee. You don't just ask it a question, you give it a goal, and then it gets to work, persisting and problem solving until it actually achieves it. And how does it do that? It happens through a cycle called the agentic loop. So first, the agent takes an action. Let's say it tries to write some code. Then it observes the result. Uh-oh, an error message. Then it corrects its approach based on that feedback. And finally, it iterates. It tries again and again and again. This ability to just keep going, that's its superpower. It literally debugs its way to a solution, just like a human developer would. But, and this is a huge but, there's a major conflict here. We've got this incredible new power, but it's trapped. It's locked away behind an interface that, let's be honest, 99% of people, the marketers, the business operators, the agency owners, they just can't or won't use it. And this really gets at a fundamental difference in how our brains work. You've seen the developer's command line, right? That blinking cursor on a black screen. That's an interface of recall. You have to pull complex commands out of your memory. But the graphical interfaces we all use every day, that's an interface of recognition. You see an icon, you recognize what it does, you click it. And that difference creates a massive barrier. It's not just about memorizing stuff either. There's some really deep psychological fears going on. In a normal application, you can see your files, right? They're right there. But in a command line, they're invisible until you type the right magic words. It violates our sense of object permanence. And what about that deep-seated fear that one wrong command could delete everything? With no undo button? That anxiety is real, and it stops people from ever giving an AI the permission it needs to actually act. So the big question is, how do you bridge that psychological gap? Well, you can't just tell people to trust it. You have to literally engineer trust right into the interface. And that is the core idea behind Claw and its main innovation, something they call the business REPL. Now, this isn't about code. It all starts with your intention, your goal. That's the draft. The AI then makes a step-by-step plan for you to look over. Next, it actually simulates the outcome of that plan. You then verify that it looks right. It's going to be altered in a contract, and there's even a safety slider that lets you decide how much autonomy the agent gets. You can set it to intern, where it has to ask for permission on every little thing, or you can crank it all the way up to partner, where it just gets the job done. It's like a safety net, but for your business. Okay, so this sounds powerful, but what about the competition? How does a strategy that's all about the interface survive in what's becoming a really brutal AI kill zone? Well, it all comes down to a really smart distinction between the AI's brain and its body. The brain, you see, is the cloud stuff, the logic, the memory, and that whole space is getting incredibly crowded. Big players like Zapier and NN are all adding more and more intelligence, which means the AI's brain is basically becoming a commodity. Trying to compete on brain power alone, that's probably a losing battle. And this is where the strategy pivots. The real defensible advantage, the moat that protects you from the competition, it's not in the cloud. It's sitting right there on your machine. So what is the body? It's a small, super secure application that lives on your computer. It's built with really efficient tech like Rust, and it basically acts as the agent's hands and feet. It gives the agent privileged, trusted access to the actual files and folders on your desktop, the place where work actually happens. And by doing this, it solves a massive, frustrating problem: context amnesia. You've probably felt this. Cloud-based AIs are completely blind. They have no idea what's on your desktop or what you were just working on 5 minutes ago. The local body provides this ground truth. It gives the agent all the context it needs to be genuinely helpful without you having to manually upload a single file. So where does all this lead? Well, the vision here isn't just to build another tool. It's much bigger than that. The goal is to lay the foundation for a whole new kind of operating system, an OS for a digital workforce. Suddenly, the value proposition becomes incredibly easy to grasp. Instead of going through the whole process of hiring a junior administrator to handle all those repetitive tasks, you just download an AI employee, one that never sleeps, never complains, and costs just a tiny fraction of a salary. You can see how the vision unfolds in layers. First, Claw is a tool for building digital twins of your existing business processes. Then, it evolves into a kind of on-site AI employee that actually integrates with your human team. And from there, it becomes the platform, the fundamental operating system that a whole new generation of agents will be built on top of. And that leaves us with a really fascinating question to think about. We're moving away from just automating.
All right, I hope that this 5-minute video is giving you a high level of what we are building. So if you are taking something out of this section, I think this would be the thing that I hope that you can take from, which is the $60,000 employee that you can download. Let me copy this one, go back into here. So basically, oh, something happened to video. What happened is that? I'm sorry, I just saw you now. Anyway, I will drop this video URL into the channel so that you can also watch on your site. But I will explain to you on what exactly does that mean by another slide. So let me open my slide and I will show you what do I mean by that. Okay. So in order to do that, I'm going to so you should be able to see my screen now, where it is about the Claw Manifesto. So this is actually a PDF. This is a new year, right? So we should talk about future. So in the last year, I was talking about building agentic system, and I'm telling everyone that we are moving to physical AI, and also the agentic AI is going to be very booming this year. So we are understanding that Claw is having potential to be a general purpose agent. This human API, I think the video have been already explained. It has been all the way until now, where we have the cloud brand, the terminal. So we need something in between that suitable for the audience that AgenticFlow user is having. So which is someone in the middle that has eyes, have hands, and have the safety permission. So when I look into the information that we gave to you in AgenticFlow, we have 3,000 pages of documentation. We have AgenticFlow platform with a lot of template and so on. I think there's a lot of feedback from the customer that really get the power of AgenticFlow and really truly get the power out of it. Then like Scorpio in Discord, then it's really great. But for other customer, perhaps that the learning curve of AgenticFlow is pretty high. And we have been attempting to solve that by giving you more template so that you can just click and then download in here. So that is number one. And also we also give you a small copilot, which is okay. Yeah, even some initial dependency. So we also having a small copilot in here that allows you to answer question for you. But still, it is still having the problem of this one. So we can only talk to you, but we are not able to take action for you. Not able to see what is your internal process or what you would like to build. And we need to solve that. So traditional way of solving this one would be I need to hiring a lot of people. So I need to hiring, and also each of the my supporter or customer success, we need to pair with one of you and so on. But we have 1,000 of you out there, and also the time zone different, and also the niche of you is also very different as well. So we cannot cope with that demand. So we believe that we need to build something different. And I think AI is granting to us that superpower. So Claw is a bridge. We give the brand, which is the model ChatGPT and so on, a body. So it is going to be a digital employee that live on your desktop. it will combining the local awareness. Like if you have a folder with a project file and so on, and you would like to build something, or even like you have an NAN workflow that you will already build, then you can using those files and you can talk to Claude so that he can help you to build agent and workflow on AgenticFlow on behalf of you, so that you don't really need to dealing with this problem. So we are transforming about from like building agent to like tinkering and so on from a magic box, like a black box like this, into a glass box where you can see inside, and also you don't have to navigating through all of this alone, because Claude is going to help you, because he knows everything about you, because you have a folder, right? You allow Claude to look into your folder, so he know everything in that folder, and also he know everything about your workspace on AgenticFlow. And then when he create an agent on AgenticFlow, then he can debug, he can monitoring the agent on AgenticFlow whether it's work or not working, because we are going to do a very deep integration between Claude and also AgenticFlow, so that with a vision that Claude will going to able to help you to create workflow and agent very tailored to your customer, and also going to be like debug. So if you have bug, right, Claude should solve that for you instead of you trying to figure it out. And we have 3,000 page documentation, right? You don't need to read that, because Claude is going to read that based on the need when he needs it. So that is, we would like to build a trust interface between human and AI. So we hope that with Claude, it's going to be like simulating the plan. Like if you give like some tasks for him, this is like a small task, like organizing this folder with invoice by day and vendor. So Claude can help you with like small tasks like this on your website, on your desktop. Then he will do the scanning of your folder, like download folder, right? The download folder is really like very troublesome. And he will rename, and he will propose to you a kind of like new structure that he would like to do. And if you approve that, then he will go ahead and he change that. So that is the built-in of the interface that we believe that it will help you to trust Claude more, and also delegate to him more. Okay. And we can also having a safety slider. So at the beginning, you consider Claude as an intern. So it means you can tell him, ask me before you change anything. So every time he does something, he will ask you, and you will need to approve. But later, if you monitoring his task doing, and then you will have the ability to understand what he can do and what he cannot do. And also you can also set up some kinds of like guardrail as well. For example, like you create a folder, in that folder is only some file that not destructible, which means like even like Claude delete entire file in that folder, is that okay? Then you will start with the associate. And level 3, I thinking that it's going to be the partner, like you are trusted. And here's the goal, like this is my agent that I need to sell to a customer. This customer is a fashion chain in Australia, and he said that there's request, can you help me to build an agent? Then level 3 is the level that when you are changing the setting, then Claude is going to be able to help that for you. Let me double check on Discord just to make sure that everyone's still with me. Okay, sure, good. And on YouTube, how is it? All right, thanks a lot. So thanks for just staying with me. So next one is it is going to so we have Claude on the left, which is on your computer or desktop, and AgenticFlow, which is on the cloud. And between them, so they need to exchange some information, right? So for example, like you would like to create an agent on AgenticFlow by Claude, then Claude will need to access into AgenticFlow. And also if during the agent is running on AgenticFlow, if you would like to have Claude to do some monitoring or debugging to see what the agent is doing, then we also having a bridge, which is a secure tunnel, so that it can like access the data in the cloud very easily. And even like if you have some of the file that in your local and you would like to upload that into this secure tunnel in order to do the inferencing on AgenticFlow cloud, it's also doable as well. And so my conclusion is the real work, what we are doing is happen on the desktop, where my laptop or you have a desktop computer, we live in there. So where like Zapier or NAN, they are doing mostly on the cloud. We believe that with Claude, we are going to solve the tangible and high friction problem of local file management, and also how to sync and working on the cloud. And we hope that, this is the overall. So from local to the cloud. So Claude is going to be your like on-site employee that's going to help you to managing your file and folder to build and test locally. But it can one-click deploy the agent that he built in local to the cloud, which is AgenticFlow, so that you can start using those agents to serve to your customer, like your fashion chains and so on. Okay, so I think this is a little bit more, so I will not moving that for now. So let me show you exactly where you can have the access with Claude. Okay, So the website on the Claw is claw.so. So you will go into this website, you will see this Claw, and then you will have some feature. You click on this one, you will see that these are some of the feature that Claw is currently have. It is privacy first. Everything happen on your machine. Only there's no data collection in Claw because everything happen on your machine. If the AI is using, it's going to stream directly to them. Okay, and all the file is remain your always. Is it intelligent automation? Is it desktop native? It is supported multi-agent because Claude can actually delegating tasks to agent on AgenticFlow. Sorry for the technical problem. This is doesn't really going through pretty well. Let me share my screen on this part. Okay, so just to make sure you can hear me. Okay, let me continue on this one first. I read the question. I'm going to answer that one by one. Okay, the recap, right? So to do the recap for Joyce and everyone is that we are introducing Claw, which is a new local agent that's going to sit on your desktop, laptop, or computer, and they are going to work together hand in hand. So one of the things that Claw can do is just like this. I asking Claw to read all of my folder on my download folder, and then I'm asking him to propose to help me to organize it. Firstly, show me the current tree and then propose a tree. So this is what I have, quite messy, right? Some random file, the name, and so on. This is quite good because I asked Claude to do one, but actually it was messy later. And this is his proposal. So he proposed to manage to image into document and so on. So let me approve on this one first because I think the plan is nice. Let me enter. Well, so the beautiful of Claw is that it can actually having a lot of like model, as you can see in here. So let me click on this one. Let me try another model, and let me click on this one and having another one. Okay, hey, can you help to review my folder and then propose a better organized structure? Okay, he have some thinking, and he do some listing over here. Okay, so we can see the thinking that Claw is thinking, and he proposing this a new structure that we have. Okay. Okay, so he create a to-do, including 6 to-do lists, and then he going to start to work on it because he have the access to my computer, right? So actually he can create some directory, development and design and document and so on. And then he will start to organizing my file, like project code on GitHub, or even like design file, like logo, document, and media. And also he will do this one by one. So I let him cook, and I'm going to switch that into the folder later so that you can see what is inside. Okay. Okay, so you can see that he is using shell. Shell is kind of like a very low level of the operating system on our laptop that will allow Claw to actually moving files around, renaming, and also doing things that necessary. Okay. Okay, he is trying to do the moving. Let me check on my download folder. Okay, there's a lot of work because my download folder is very big. But let me also showing you the screen that on my folder so that you can have a look. Okay, this is my download folder, and I'm also changing on Discord as well. So this is my folder. So as you can see, so before it was quite messy, but after Claude is doing stuff like this, then we're actually having a design folder that with brand kit, certification, funds, and so on, logo, mockup, and UI asset. And also on the development, I will have code, GitHub project, and we have like document. Okay, a lot of documentation in here. But anyway, so that is the power of Claude that's going to help you to do. Yeah, so this is the good suggestion, M. So right now, Claude is kind of like work hand in hand. So I'm thinking like, hey, this is a good idea. So let me stop my screen. I'm going to share my entire screen instead. Okay, and then I'm going to open this folder, and I will put this bigger. And I'm going on the right of the screen. So this is normally what I'm going to using to work with Claude. Okay. So it means I'm going to have a Claude in here in my folder or any other application. It's going to be like sit side by side because Claude is sitting on our computer. So that's why Claude is very powerful. And we can actually using the preview of existing folder instead of like the suggestion tree. But absolutely, I think you are suggesting correct. We will add in a directory tree so that he can work together on this part. Okay. So so let me switch back into the website again. Okay. So so let me addressing question for everyone. Okay. So this is like we are deep dive further. So recap. Claude is a $60,000 employee that you can download and let him work on your computer. Think of him like an intern. That's very smart. Access to your own of your file. Which file that you allow? You create a folder. As you can see, right? I select the download folder and then I ask him to work on that folder, and he will not work outside that folder. So you're very flexible on organizing your stuff so that you can give him what he can read and what he cannot read. Okay. And Claude is going to using the model that we are supporting. Okay. And if you go into Claude.serve and you go into pricing, Claude is free to use. It have full execute OS on Macs and Windows. It's having a trust UI, simulation and deep preview, local privacy, data scientist, and bring your own key. So it means you can connect your key from different provider like OpenAI, Gemini, and so on. So the easiest way I would suggest you is to using Gemini. Okay, you go into aistudio.google.com, and then in here you go into on the left hand side. There's small icon in here. Click Get an API key. And in this Get an API key, you will be able to have a create an API key. And Google is having you a free tier. And please using this key because they are very generous. And you can use all of the model that Google is helping you to use. So I don't think the key to using Claude is going to be a problem. So please start with free and bring your own key. We also including a $1 PixelML trial credit include. So it means it's going to help you to start with some other premium model that the bring your own key is not support. So you can try with this one. And how you can access to this PixelML trial credit? It just means like you can just select our application in Claude. You can go into Claude. And I'm going to put that away. I need to make Claude. So you can go in here and actually you can click on all of this one and you can see that there's a lot of model we are supporting from Google, OpenAI to ZAI and so on. And if you would like to have other provider, you can click on this connect provider. So PixelML is the one of the provider, but you can connect Anthropic, GitHub, OpenAI, Google, OpenRouter, Verso, and those are the other provider. So as long as you have a key from any of these provider, you can use. But if you don't, I would suggest that you entering with API key, entering the key from your AI Studio on Google, and you are good to go. And when you are connected, then simply you just click on this one, and then you this one is a Gemini 3. I would like to have the GOM. I click on GOM. If I have other model as well, and if you would like to using our $1 of the PixelML, you can select on this model, Ishi Intent Engine. So Ishi is our new model that we are using for this. And Ishi is kind of like a unified model. So we have a very intelligent layer So ishi in Japanese is mean intention. So it means if you are like just say I, then we are using a very cost-effective model like Gemini Flash 2.5 to answer, so that the cost is very low. And also, if you are doing something that's very complicated, like writing code or complicated things, then you will be able to using with other the stuff. It's much more complicated. Okay, and can you do that sample? So depends on the complexity of the this one. It will routing to the different model underneath, and also it will like show you. So we will show you the token and also the cost, so that you are fully control on this part. But PixML is only one of the model out of a lot of like model that you can use in here. So I hope that this is very clarified to everyone. Okay. So next one is let me start with next question. Next question is yeah. So the question is we don't need a tool like RoboMotion, or will the feature make RoboMotion is use case more stronger? So if you are controlling on your computer, then probably you should try with Claude first, because Claude can control your computer. He can write code to execute things. For example, like you would like to organize 1,000 files, then try with Claude first. And then maybe even like you can ask Claude to write a RoboMotion script so that you can upload to RoboMotion. Or later, because we are going to introducing Claude and MCP. So it means RoboMotion also have MCP. So it means you can ask Claude to use RoboMotion for some certain things. So that's where everything starts from your computer, your laptop. So Claude will be with you where you are working. And RoboMotion, just an extension outside of your computer. And also AgenticFlow is the same, but just as AgenticFlow is very tightly connected to Claude, because we build AgenticFlow. So when we are building Claude, actually we are looking into the pain that you have with AgenticFlow, and we build Claude so that Claude will help you to fix AgenticFlow challenge. And also you have you to sell to more customers. So that is the part of this one. So next one is the question is Claude included as part of AgenticFlow tier at all, or do we need to purchase a new app? So let me make a sharing to everyone like this one. Okay, let me come back into the Discord channel. Where is it? This one. Okay, and also on YouTube, I'm going to also share. So this is the pricing of Claude. Can do most of the thing with free. I'm also suggesting you to start with free, but only if like you would like to unleash to the certain next level. I would suggest that you go with Pro, because it will including 4 times in a day. Okay, so Claude is having free, and it's always free with this one. And it unless that you would like to have a AgenticFlow Cloud with 24/7 deployment or some other perk. For example, like you have the ChatGPT Pro subscription, right? If you would like to using that instead of, then Cloud Pro is going to support you to do that. Similarly, like Cloud Air Max. And what is a shared knowledge base thing with me? So in AgenticFlow, if you are familiar with our work platform, and then you will notice that each of the project in AgenticFlow, we have a library. This library is actually all of the file as knowledge for your agent that have access to this one. But right now, this library is going to sync to local as well. So Claude is going to have the access to this library, and he can sync files to here. And that other agent can using that file actually, because whatever they're working with Claude in local will be able to run on the cloud with this library. Similar like to AI Try. So it means whatever that you have on your folder can be synced to Claude from his folder, working folder, to a project on the cloud, so that whenever that he delegating a task to an agent on the cloud that running in simultaneously, they are sharing the same knowledge. And also everything that you have in the connection, for example, like with different server and MCP connection. Wow, I think this is something. Anyway, so everything in AgenticFlow is going to be open, accessible to Claude via AgenticFlow Cloud, and it's going to have other like premium skill and so on as well. So that is like Pro, but it's not necessary to upgrade. You can always stay free, and also starting to using Claude as a free version by downloading the Mac in here or Windows later. And with this one, I'm also making a special offer to everyone. Okay. So this is the official pricing for Claude. So official pricing is $99, for this one, and it's going to be mass retail starting from next week for 49. It should have some early birds in here. You can grab it or not. That's okay. But for the AppSumo lifetime deal customer and SaaS subscription, you will get firstly for SaaS. If you have a SaaS subscription, either you have Pro, Team, or Business, you get the license for Claw while you are subscribed. For lifetime deal of AppSumo, tier 1, tier 1 you get discount for Cloud Pro, and tier 2 plus you have free 1 or more license. So it means you don't need to pay for Cloud Pro, but because you already are AppSumo lifetime deal customer, then you will have the access to 1 or more license, depends on like which tier are you, because like some of you is going to be like tier 4 or tier 5, and you will work with your team, right? And you would like to give license to your team member. So we would like to appreciate that you are really work together with us since the very beginning, and we will give you some license so that you can actually give to your team, and also everyone can try on Claw Pro on this one. And this perk is going to be available on next Tuesday. Can redeem from next Tuesday, January 6th. So this is the part that we would like to share with everyone on this part. And for all I want to ask you is to leave us reviews on YouTube, because Claw is very new, and also we don't know what work and what not work. I have very strong belief in Claw, but it can not work the way that I want it to be. So I would like to appreciate your help on this part, and I hope that you can help us to test Claw and also to verify. And we would like to reward you with the lifetime license for Claw Pro, so that you have full access to Claw to expand that to maximum capacity. Okay, I hope that this is something. I don't know why. Shit. I have to repeat it again. Sorry, guys. I don't know why, but today is this code is not helping me. But anyway, so here is the part. You get Claw for free. Okay, Claw Pro license lifetime for free for tier 2 and above. You are not getting 1. You get more than 1. Okay, and that redeem happened on Tuesday. Okay, for tier 1, you will get a deep discount on Claw Pro if you want to upgrade. And for the like active subscriber, you can get the license while you are still have the active subscriber. Okay, so that is the perk that we are having. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why today is the transmission on Discord is so bad. I have no idea. But I hope that this is help you to yeah, we worked so hard, right? We were working in silence to develop Claw until this way, and the reviews would be on Claw. Yeah, Claw is very new, but if you would like to make on AgenticFlow, it's going to be very so let me continue. So Claw, which is the version that I use in my personal computer, that even not having a name, it helping me to win contract. So I pair Claw with Obsidian. So Obsidian is kind of like preview markdown, right? So when I go into enterprise contract, I need to prepare proposal, and I don't prepare generic proposal. I prepare tailoring proposal to that customer directly. And what I do is that I just throwing everything into one folder, and I throw Claw into that to work on that. And then whenever that the customer or my selling team having some question, I will just add more contact into that folder, and then asking him to create a new version of the proposal. So because Claude is working on my computer, so he is really helpful to help me on this part. And I strongly suggest that you try this combination to combine with whatever that you have. For example, like combination, like Claw plus Obsidian, other tool, and in your computer. And for have more tutorial, but firstly, let's please give it a try and give me some feedback on that, and we will help you to do some redeem or the information and so on. So that should be quick to follow. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it today. Only two things. Claude is a $60,000 employee you can download. It is free to use, and you can upgrade to Pro in very short period of time. It is having discount. But if you are already have the lifetime deal subscription from AgenticFlow, you will get the Claude Pro for free. We will give you a page for you to redeem on this one. So please help us, and please help us to review on G2 because it's really helpful for more people to know about us. And yeah, so what is the other question? So let me review if I have any other question. Okay. Yeah, the question. Yes, we have the bring your own key already. So it support out of the box, and you can using PCML open router that use it. Then it's using AI. It's running on your computer locally, of course. There's a lot of question about whether my client got trust point, zero trust authentication network, and so the beauty of this one is Claude can be custom to using local endpoint. I have no idea what happened. Okay, so for 100% privacy, how you do it? Please Claw plus Ollama. So if you don't know about Ollama is a tool that you can host a LM provider on your computer or maybe on your server. Claude can connect to Ollama directly. So the intelligence that using to drive Claude is sitting in the private network. So there's nothing going out. There's nothing going to AgenticFlow, nothing going to anywhere. Even like you can turn off internet and Claude's still working. So even with no internet. Please do this. Okay. And the stream is stopping. Okay, so I hope this answered the question from M on the client contract and so on. So you can use Claude with kinds of like Ollama, so that is 100% sitting on your computer. Even like the LM itself is also on your computer, so there's no information loss. Okay, so it means it can be hosted and run in the enterprise environment. Okay, Claude lifetime more explanation. I think I already explained. In tier 5, you not get only one license, you get more than one license, so that you can give your friend and family and so on and so on. Okay, and that's each license is $99 on a retail price. And what else? What else? Okay. Thanks. Great. You also hook Cloud Max. It's good. So please go ahead. And can we use Claude like local deploy model? I think I just answer. Okay. So I think Lazarus is like every time my recorder crash, I think it's going to crash Discord. I mean, that is crazy. So tier 2 and above will get more than one pro license. So for the number and so on, we will review on Tuesday. But tier 5, absolutely, you will get a few license that you can use. For this one, right? So this the retail price is for like a single customer. But we can work out on like the bulk or maybe a team license if you would like to work with us on this part. And for example, like we can having a license for team, and we can open a like reseller program. It is more like depends on how you would like to work with us. Reseller program, bulk discount for team, and etc. So I'm totally open for this one, and we can work together. If you are finding this one is very useful and you would like to make some business with me, I'm happy to open up the opportunity, and we can have you. So we are as a technology provider, we help you to build the software, and you help us to sell, and also we're sharing the profit. For deploying, it's easy. So you just download the file, the DMG file to the client, and also just activating the license with like activate license. So for example, like you can bulk purchase from us, and then you resell that to your customer, or we can find some another way to pack that together. Yeah, but actually, I don't know about this yet. I just have some thinking, but we was focusing on really building the program, and we'll make it best for the license and so on. You can advise me, and if you would like to have send us an email to support, at AgenticFlow.ai. I will review on this one. Yeah, so yeah, I'm happy to answer. Let me check on YouTube if any other question. So there's a technology Loja. So I think I answer this one in the video, but I think the better is you can watch this video. Yeah, so please watch the video I said. It's explaining very clear why is Claude exists and how it's different. This is the complementary between Claude and AgenticFlow. And please have a try and see how it's going. Okay. Right. I think that's it. It is overrun on 16 minutes already. I'm sorry for the the streaming problem. It look bad, and I think I'm going to do a lot of this one. Yeah. Yeah, sure, of course. Let me give you a link to the video on this part. Yeah, please watch the video. There will be a file on this part as well. So I hope that you can give me feedback, and also we will have the G2 review. And if you have a time to test it over the weekend, please help me to review it. And I'm truly appreciate on that. So thanks everyone, and Happy New Year. I hope that this is some good news for you. And I hope that every one of us can have a 60,000 employee that working on our computer. We can download it and we can capitalize some profit and make more money in this new year. Okay. All right. Thanks everyone for your time, and have a good new year. Yeah, I think try it. I mean, the vision is real. I mean, we are on like early adopter, and let's make this happen. Thanks everyone. Happy New Year. Bye bye.